Hi, hello, thank you for being here. My name's Victoria Givlin, and tune in for our episode 6 of HDP on Pluripod, and we are going to be reviewing spoilers, so spoiler alert. Listen anywhere on Instagram, YouTube, pluripod.com, and thanks for being here.
All right, we're rolling, we're live. Before we get into it, let's talk about Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Really quickly.
Amazing.
Because I'm repping it.
Yep.
I didn't realize there's 2 episodes dropping on Christmas.
Okay.
And then 1 more on New Year's Eve. I thought there was only the 2 more to come.
Oh.
But we still have 3 episodes to go.
Amazing.
What did you think?
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how do they keep doing it? I don't understand how they keep crushing it with this show. It's always, every season, I'm like, it's probably not going to be as good. And then they come up with something very clever. I was very impressed.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we've expanded some more of the characters now a bit more, right? We're using the younger sister.
Yes, Holly.
Yeah, Holly. And that's so interesting to see, like, how they're playing that she's... Spoilers, guys, because...
Oh, right, yeah.
But it's...
Spoiler warning.
Yeah, she's in the house, right? And we think that, like, that's... Well, it's a part of his imagination, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how she's absolutely trapped in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Henry, yeah.
Yeah. You're on Max.
Yeah, man, amazing. Yeah, we got to have a Stranger Things podcast too, apparently.
Down for it.
Okay. So, right out of the gate, I mean, last time I asked you, what did you think Carol was revealing when she was in that factory?
Okay.
And opened that up. And you said people.
I said people. I said they were eating people.
And I was like, that makes sense, but I feel like that changes the show, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that needed to happen, and it did happen, but like it changes the show because now we know that the others are evil, right?
Well,
but not necessarily.
It
was quite a well crafted episode, I thought.
It is a well-drafted argument for why...
For sure it was. Thanks, John Cena.
They consume... That was fantastic.
Yeah.
John Cena cameo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
What happens first?
Well, we start at Carol running out of the plant.
Yeah.
Right? And making the video.
That was a cool shot, too. It just hung outside there for a while. And then she comes out of the stairs, down the stairs, and is like vomiting, basically.
Yeah.
Really upset, understandably. It was a good performance. I mean, that's the kind of performance that you don't get. Like, nobody has reference for that. Well, I guess maybe a few people do, but like, maybe a lot of people do. But like, you don't get to stumble upon body parts and like, oh, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
This is a performance that probably Ray had to manufacture entirely. Couldn't draw from any experiences for. And I thought she did a pretty great job.
I thought she did too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, for the props master, kudos to the props.
Yeah.
Because that looked really like the severed head.
Oh my God.
That was so realistic.
Yeah.
So yeah, Carol goes back in. She starts filming everything and showing the severed head to them.
Mm-hmm.
The other immunes.
Yeah. And
creating the recording.
Yeah. She's very frantically making that tape.
Yes.
And apparently she shot it all, right? Like
mm-hmm.
Ray Seahorn is the camera operator for that, which is cool.
That's nice.
And as long as we're pulling from the official podcast, the head was a LiDAR scan. It was actually Vince Gilligan's head.
Oh.
So they made a scan of his head and face, and so that head is... Apparently, that's Vince's like first cameo in any of the shows too. So
what a choice!
Yeah,
that's such a good choice.
Yeah. It was
Yay!
Like, no question there too. When you see the head, it's like, well, these could be anything theoretically, or cow parts or something. Not the head though. Yeah. We know for sure that's what this is, and I think that's again. I was talking about it when she flushed the SD card, because the internet is so ravenous. And as we've discovered, we are one of many, many podcasts about the show and endless YouTube videos and threads. There's a lot of conversation happening about the show. If you didn't have a really clear indication, oh yeah, she flushed the heroin.
Yeah.
And like saw, like, you'd be like, oh, well, they could be pulling a fast one on us, and it's not actually human beings. Even the anyway. So I think that's found its way into writing, where you have to be really definitive and not let an audience guess about something.
Yeah, unless your intention is to make them guess about something, but they're gonna find.
Yeah, but if it's not, they're going to if you don't fix it. So.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have them making possible scenarios. If you want them in a certain direction, you have to show them.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't feign it anymore. The only time you can do something like that is, well, you can drip the information, but or like horror or something, right? Because you're not usually going to want to give it all away.
Yeah.
From the front, but yeah. But then we cut to Las Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's having the time of his life.
Well, and so something before she left, she goes out the door. She's like packing up, and then she goes back and she starts vacuuming. Yeah, and I was like, I thought that was a little bit odd, but I guess it's like, oh, I don't like that it's people on my.
She knows I made that comment too. Yeah, so she goes to leave and she decides that she's not gonna mail the package because she's not certain.
Yeah, she can't let the others.
She can't trust that they.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to. Maybe we don't, but I would make the assumption that they're watching at all times, and you just don't know where.
Yeah.
If they know that you're this far, of course.
They don't lie, but we know about the Predator drone, and like you have to assume they have the entire world's, surveillance and listening devices and spy technology. They may not be using it on her because they do seem to genuinely be kind and honest, but they certainly could have kept tabs on her. And that was the other problem I had with this whole reveal. I was like, well, they're going to know. They're not going to leave the factory and let her just discover it. They're going to know. They have John Cena. They have Air Force One. Like they've got every tool at their disposal to prevent that from happening. But as we find out later, they're okay with the survivors knowing it. They have to explain, but
it's interesting to me that if they know and they want Carol to be their friend, they've already made this John Cena video and they've already shown it to the others, but they leave Carol to figure it out on her own.
Yeah, I mean, I think the video was shot specifically for Carol.
Yes, but to see later.
Yeah. But yeah, it is. There's some painful being left out feelings that I'm sure we'll get into soon.
That's definitely what's happening. So she decides she leaves, and then you know what? I get it. She leaves, and then she comes back and realizes I can't leave these dust pieces of women on my carpet. So I have to leave that.
Yeah.
And like as a spiritual person too, I'm like, yeah, that's all kind of bad juju.
Yeah.
And I can't. Wasn't there a moment that she like kind of put her finger in it and like licked it for like?
She did taste it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she
had a little bit.
Scary. Yeah.
In the name of science. So
that's right. So I've been in Mexico and I watched this on a plane on the way back.
Cool.
That's why we're a little behind on releasing this episode. But I definitely was pretty shocked by that opening. And like, yeah, I was so confused. To be honest with you, I was like, okay, so now we're cutting to opening credits. Now the show is taking us in the others are evil direction, and we're going down the alien invasion route, and not so at all.
No, they keep pivoting on us.
Yeah.
Because we're like, finally, we've done it. Carol's gonna have it. She's gonna turn everyone around. And even again, we'll talk more about it. But when we learn some new discoveries about what is needed in order to convert them, and how they promised that they would leave her alone because they can't enact violence of any kind.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was fascinating. So yeah, we cut to the gentleman in Las Vegas. Let's just talk about shooting in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Because my brain was like, so now we see Carol driving into Vegas, but no, we don't. Next is Kumba.
We see Kumba
acting
having his party.
Spawn fantasy, which is so much fun. I mean, I gotta say, if I were in his position, James Bond lifestyle is exactly what I would do too.
Yeah,
it's nice to see a little bit of that.
I feel like every gent would.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Like,
and I mean,
I'm sure some ladies would do it the other way too. Oh yeah.
But
or both. I'm not judging.
Vince talks about like the genesis of the show and when he started sort of crafting it 10 years ago, and how it was about a guy who was like, who everyone just wanted to do anything he wanted. They wanted to give him anything he wanted. They loved him. That was his original idea. And so Kumba is kind of the remnants of that, because he wanted to make it Ray Seahorn. He wanted to make it about her. The other thing is, I think guys are a little bit, Vince calls it like, it got pretty porny when I wrote it from a guy's perspective a little bit more. And so we got to see a little taste of that in the hot tub as well.
Yeah.
But because, I mean, there's that too. But that moment where he goes all in.
It's the biggest bet in the house ever had.
The house record.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of
$5 million.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of Casino Royale. Did you see Casino Royale when they're playing Texas with them? A lot of those.
He's got the eye patch on.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're all speaking in French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And then the guy he beats is like clapping for him too, and he's like, "Hey, stay in character."
Yeah.
He moves the turtleneck. Next time I will get you. Yeah.
So good.
And then he invites the congratulations party who wants to come to the hot tub with me.
Yes.
And all the women around him go, and then the woman that was with his enemy, like switches sides.
She has to come over as well. Yeah.
Of course.
Exactly.
Of course.
Wouldn't be fantasy enactment if he didn't also get to steal the other guy's girl, right?
And there's no ageism here. Like at the end, the queen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
She's
let him jump in too. Let's go.
Yeah, come on.
But that gets cut off. And we don't get to see these moments from the others very often, where they like make a discovery somewhere else, and then are like, we got to change up what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
But they realize that Carol is on her way, and they don't want to be here when Carol gets here. So
they want their space.
Yeah,
they're especially now that they know what she knows.
Yeah.
But they're also not blocking her. They literally directed her where to go.
Totally, yeah.
And where to find him. But how cool was just those shots.
Oh my God.
Like Las Vegas Strip completely bare.
Yeah.
And just driving through, like Marlo and I were discussing how much time they'd be allotted to do that, or like, again, the cost for doing something like that.
Well, I don't think they did a lot of, they talk a little bit about it on the official podcast, but I'm still not fully understanding how they did it. It sounds like they used a 360 camera and like tried to cover areas multiple times, so that if someone was walking somewhere and was blocking an area, they would catch it another time when it was open.
And then just splice it.
And then they would, combine it all. I've never seen this. I don't know how this technology works, but it sounds interesting. So I have to learn.
It's kind of like a Google Map thing.
That's what it sounded like.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like a 360, but you'd have to do it over and over again. And then the problem is the sun moves, right? So then how do you splice in different lit? Like it would be challenging, I'm sure.
They got the top of the industry on all sides.
No, hey, yeah, they really are. Like, and that's when you've got Apple TV money, I guess you can do that. But I do find it interesting that they were using the Vegas signage to direct her and show her how to get there.
Did you see him like with his poster on the side?
Of of course.
Yes, yeah.
And
then shooting in the casino and showing them like where to go and what to do.
Yeah.
So, then we go. The royal flush. That's so funny.
Oh yeah. I think it goes back to the fact that he. Well, we'll get to the stem cell stuff. We'll talk more about that there. But there is this idea that, like, I remember when I first thought about this. There's alien invasion movies and body snatchers and all that stuff, and I was like, what if this show is genuinely going down the road of, no, they're not evil. That's not what this is about. They're not interested in harming anybody. So much, like, we've learned that the extent of that now. But I think this means like I was on the fence, and you can go back in our episodes. I wasn't sure. Is this going to go in a direction of like Carol actually has to save the world, or Carol is going to have to grapple with the fact that the world is not in such a bad, terrible place.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now episode 6 is where we see, oh, this show is really going to be about how do people learn to live, these 13 survivors, live and coexist with this being how the planet is now. We'll see if I'm right, but it's like, it's not an evil thing. Like a benevolent version of this is a new idea, it feels like to me. So I think that's what this show is. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there.
Just Carol approaches him with the video saying, you have to see this, take a look. And before she can finish setting it up, he's like, you mean about the meeting people?
Yeah. And she's like, so you knew the whole time.
Yeah.
What a downer. Have you ever been in that situation where you're like, I've got this explosive news, and they're like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
That sucks so much.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like this news that is so validating for her and her opinion about like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, it's troubling.
Even, right? Yeah. Is this about eating people?
Yeah.
This is about eating people.
Yeah.
Oh.
We know.
Yeah,
sweetie, we know.
We already know. It is troubling.
Yeah.
Is what he says. It is troubling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But, yeah, so...
But he's apparently...
And then John Cena comes up.
Okay, so this is, like, I think... I don't know if we talked about this or not, but, like, this has been a card that the show has been able to play for a while now, right? Like, getting real celebrities to play a version of themselves, because you could have anybody, right? Like, anybody who survived, right? We know that the president, for example, didn't survive, and we know that... But, like, if John Cena survived, like, that's even in the poker scene, I was kind of thinking, like, how cool would it be if if Kumba was playing poker against like a real James Bond villain, like an actor who played a James Bond villain? Like, why wouldn't it be that? And I was like, oh, they kind of a missed opportunity. But then they brought in John Cena for this, which is great. Yeah, he was a good choice for it, I thought.
Oh, I think he was the best choice.
Yeah.
And about explaining we can't harm plants or animals.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
interesting. Huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that is the key reason here. Like, if they were willing to harvest some farmland or pick some apples, they would be fine.
Well, that was crazy. Yeah. So they could plant the apples, I guess, but they have to wait until the apple falls from the tree.
Right.
Which I'm like, okay, then you should just start planting and putting a bunch of buckets underneath the...
Oh, I'm sure I bet they are, yeah.
But
they call it a windfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, but can they design robots that could pick it for them?
Right.
Is that like...
Yeah.
Is that pro or con what their beliefs are?
Well, it sounds like that's what they were discussing in the meetings that Carol's not involved in.
Yeah.
The survivors are like, well, couldn't they use robots? But because they would be the ones who would have to program and like build the robots, they would be the ones causing that.
Well, maybe Kumba or something will just be the new butcher in the block.
That's just it, right? Like that's what I think the solution is going to have to be. It's going to have to be like what if they gave it to the survivors? What if they built like the most like massive like industrial farming capabilities that one person could operate and one of the survivors could actually do it? I wonder if that's a solution. But
if the survivors would want to, too.
Yeah. Well, it's
a full-time farmer may not be what they want.
Very true. But they definitely want to help, obviously, because
a bunch of them do for sure.
Yeah, it does. It does feel like there's going to be a lot of death. It sounds like they're going to starve out in about 10 years.
Yeah, because the milk carton that they have is only 300 calories.
Yeah.
Per carton.
Yeah.
And then there's 8 billion people on the planet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're going to run out of food relatively quickly, but they promise that the survivors will always have the freshest food and they'll always be well fed.
Yeah.
So they're willing to put them higher and while they die.
Yeah.
Because a bunch of them are going to start dying out, I suppose.
But that's where this gets a little dark, right? Is like, does the entity, does John Cena care that a lot of people are going to die? Like, I know that they don't want people to die. That's clear. But what happens to them? Like, the knowledge, the mind of that person who's passed away remains in the collective.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're as upset if it happens, right? I could be wrong, but it's another question.
Depends on your beliefs. Yeah. And, like, if you believe in reincarnation or going to the next life, or... if you've lived a life and you've tried to be free of sin and you want to get to heaven, are you now blocked from heaven? Are you stuck in this hive mind?
Yeah. There is an interesting parallel there, isn't there? Yeah, the other thing I thought, again, like, that just points to the idea of, like, the others are friendly ultimately.
And I like how they made this acronym to kind of make it less, you hear that in science all the time to make it less scary. HDP, human-derived protein.
Yes, yeah.
We're not keen on it, Carol. We don't enjoy it. We will never give it to you. You'll give the best stockpile to you. But yeah, how long can we live like this? So John Cena makes a fairly pretty even case.
Yeah, and they kind of leave out the fact that they could die out. I guess it wouldn't be possible for like the entire human race to die out this way. But a lot of people will.
A lot of them.
A lot of people.
Well, it depends on like if they ever get into farming. If they never farm, then eventually it's just slowly eating people. But I mean, you'd think also naturally, I am not a farmer. Clearly, I'm not an expert. But like if you've planted these like trees, if there's a forest of something or raspberry bushes or whatever, that most of these are a yearly plant. So they would be giving consumption as long as they took care of them. And I don't see why they wouldn't be willing to take care of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would be losing like zombies. They're running out of things to consume, but so is everyone.
Oh, here's another thing John Cena said. He said accidents. What did he say? About 100,000 people a day die due to accidents or natural causes.
Yeah.
So what accidents are happening though? Like how are the
why aren't there be accidents anymore?
Other than when Carol yells at them? There shouldn't really be that, as far as I know. I mean, I guess a small amount, but like a lot of accidents are caused by people.
Yeah.
I don't know that there would be as many accidents. So he left out a few.
Maybe like geographical accidents of like acts of God.
Right. Like natural disasters or something. Yeah, fair enough. That
You'd think like if they have the smartest geologists on the planet, they'd realize that something's happening and then go.
For sure. And like all the resources. Yeah, it's interesting. So then Kumba and Carol talk about the John Cena video, and she discovers that she's being left out of these conversations.
Yeah, the other immunes stay in touch. Yeah. Twice on Tuesdays and Fridays for a Zoom meet, because she's like, well, that's expensive to fly. And then he's like, it's a Zoom. And she's just like, oh, yeah.
And we're only 12 days in here, too, right?
Yeah.
It's so it's, these routines are not quite set yet, I'm sure. But what did you think of, like, she sort of abruptly asks, where's the nearest bathroom, right? And then she goes and has a cry.
Yeah, because she asked, like, can you include me? And he says that the survivors took a vote.
Yeah.
And that a lot of them were upset because she didn't even speak to the ones that don't speak English.
Right.
Even though that the others were willing to translate.
Right.
She just didn't involve them.
Yeah, but the reason she didn't involve them was because she couldn't communicate with them without the others knowing or being a part of it, which she wasn't comfortable with at that time. Mm-hmm. So she had a good reason for it. It is quite frustrating and sad. It was really, and another thing I've sort of felt like I relate to, like being left out of the conversation.
Yeah, that's definitely a theme, and that's very painful.
For sure.
Absolutely. And even we have that moment where the others call Kumba, and he says, like, she seems lonely. And we don't hear what they say, but he's like, I'll be joining you soon, sort of thing, which means he's still going to leave her alone.
Yeah.
And when Carol wakes up in the morning, because she ends up passing out there, and she stays and he makes her breakfast, and then she, like, kind of jokes that she might stay there. Right? Like, she'll get another room.
Yeah, I don't think she was joking, though.
No.
Like, I think she was on.
When she was saying it, like, she wanted the human.
Let's hang out. Yeah.
Yeah. And his answer was like,
his response was,
I can tolerate you, Carol, but I don't want you like around me.
Which was, I don't know, like Kumba. He was also on the official podcast, and they were talking about casting him, and he's so well cast and so perfect for this role because he's got this kindness and gentleness to him. But this was a moment where his selfishness kind of showing through a little bit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because he's realizing that if Carol stays, the others are not going to hang out with him anymore.
Yeah.
And that's going to suck.
And that's
I'm not going to get to
him.
be James Bond anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he'd rather, and yeah, so they make the joke about Albuquerque, and she's like, well, she's hurt, and she's like, well, Las Vegas is basically just an ashtray, and he's like,
Right.
yeah, because it's way better than Albuquerque.
Yeah.
You know, and she just kind of smiles and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, we also see, though, this is kind of interesting. It was a quick moment, but again, everything seems to be intentional here, is when Kumba makes her the breakfast, right? All the pieces are apart. There's toast, there's eggs, there's bacon, there's avocado. And he starts eating the avocado on his own.
Yeah.
And like you're individually eating the pieces. And then Carol grabs the avocado, smushes it on the toast, and starts making avocado toast and pouring. And he looks curious.
Yeah.
And he picks it up and tries it and realizes how good that is.
Yeah.
And that he really enjoys it.
I don't know what this was, but they spent a lot of time on it.
They did. There were some interesting shots, and we saw that like he again is like, maybe she's not that bad.
Right.
But then when she's like, can I stay? He's still like, no, because he still values the others more than her presence.
For sure. Yeah.
But yeah, we're starting to, that was just an interesting beat.
Yeah, it felt like is he going to be willing to follow her on other things? Like is this a small example of like, oh, she knows something cool here. Maybe I should listen to her more about other things. But on the other side of that conversation, I think it's Carol who's going to have to learn to accept this a little bit more.
Yeah, I think, the giving space tactic, I think that these guys are well versed in psychology thanks to the thousands of psychologists they're connected.
Sure, yeah.
Perhaps. I'm not sure how many psychologists there are, but yeah, that they're locked in and they know that, when something gets too much, that, distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Sure, yeah.
Right. And we did realize, like, we're seeing this abandonment thing quite often because Zosha was going to go with
Kumba.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then she stopped the plane because she didn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So the themes of how even if you are a pessimistic person, we still need other people.
For sure. Yeah.
And then so she goes to leave because she can tell that Kumba doesn't want her there. And then, but Kumba says, like, you can call me anytime.
Yeah.
Just pick up the phone and I'll be with the others and they'll find me and they'll give it to you. And then, you can always call me and check in. And then he says, maybe we can come up with a plan to save them from starvation.
Yeah.
And she's upset and she goes, how about you pick up fucking apple?
Right. Yeah.
And you see him being able to relate to that, but also being like, that's not how they operate.
Yeah. It's such an interesting thing because like there's a part of me that agrees like we shouldn't kill any life. There's a small part of me, but also like we have to survive.
We're omnivores.
It's nature.
Yeah. I've tried the vegetarian thing, and I mean, kudos. Every body is different.
Sure.
And I am anemic, so like after 8 months of no meat and no red meat, like I was fainting.
Oh, really?
I can't not. I need it.
Fair enough.
So there's certain people that if you can find a way to make it happen, absolutely. But it's not for all.
For sure. Yeah. And there is a life cycle on the planet Earth where death creates new life, and that's just how it works.
And I love, depending on the religion or the faith, but just like different tribes or aboriginals are just being conscious of when you do eat the meat or even the plant too, just acknowledging that this thing had a lifespan. And that now you're absorbing parts of it to help your lifespan. So just the recognition of like, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But
farmers and
yeah.
And I will eventually pass away and become part of the world again. And then, the smallest of bugs or whatever will start to have it. It comes full circle in a way.
I wish we knew more about why they're so adamant about, they don't want to kill an ant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. But they don't want to cut a piece of corn off of the stalk.
Yeah.
Like that to that degree, like where does that come from? Like I can see the empathy and sympathy for something that has sentience, but And I guess there will be people who will argue that there are animals that have or plants that have sentience as well. But how do they justify that, or why, like, to the extent that they're willing to let their own population start to?
Well, we haven't seen this yet, but it could be an idea that the question is whether or not the hive them has connected into all humans or all species, all living beings.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if it connects to all living beings, including, then it's hurting itself.
Right. I think we know that that's a no, and we don't for sure. You're right. But the wolf attack is the thing that makes me think, okay, the animals are not part of this, or can't.
Or it could be that they're trying to scare Carol.
That's
or like they're angry,
right.
or so the child. Like if we have the example of Carol being the adult and them being the children,
right? Yeah,
that they're acting out like a child does.
Right.
They're like, okay, we're gonna take the only thing that matters to you then,
right?
But again, could be a reach. I don't know.
Yeah, I was down for that theory before this episode. Now I'm like, let's say this show goes on for 4 or 5 seasons. We are halfway through season 1. So this is a good chunk of the show, right? Like we're looking at maybe we've seen 10% of the entire show already, and maybe more. And so I think at this point we have to have a direction, and I think we just said it, and it's that this entity, the others, are truly good, and so they wouldn't do that with the wolves. Is my whole point.
Is it like Autobots? But
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't mean to take all these humans. Yeah, they are the Decepticons.
Well, so that's
the interesting one.
Yeah, and with so much,
because they have to run. They took over Earth because they had to.
Right.
They said they had to, so that means something is after them too.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. And now you're making me think. I don't want to go on too big of tangents, but like now you're making me think: is there conflict within the others? Like, if you're part of the others, is there a hive mind that has different opinions within itself? I don't think so, but who knows?
It seems to be pretty, but they would want you to think that. They would want us to think that there is no one that would,
I assume,
feel any other type of way.
Except like when Kumba was like, when Carol's like, how did you find out? And he was like, oh, I just asked John Cena why he drinks so much milk.
Yeah.
And they told me.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. They really are honest, even if the conversation is hard. They leave things out. They lie by omission a little bit, but if they get a direct question, they kind of have to answer it. It's interesting. Okay, one other thing, huge, massive thing, is that the others have discovered how to bring the survivors into the hive mind, and the way they do that is with stem cells.
Yeah, they need to put a large needle into your head. It's very painful to get your stem cells so that they can. And they asked Kumba if they could.
Yeah.
Right? And he said, I politely have to regretfully decline.
Yes.
Yeah.
I prefer not.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the degree to which that they are so like indoctrinated in this. If it's like a cult, if we're comparing this to like zealots or cults, like that's the level with which, like, we need you to say yes, we need you to approve it, but will you please join us now?
Yeah.
Because we have a way of doing it.
Because
no,
you know what it is to be you, but you don't know what it is to be us.
Yes, as Zosha said, yes.
But I think you kind of mentioned this in one of the episodes too, like, and they would have to give you a direct answer. Like, if there's a way to do it that you could pop in for a little bit and then decide to pop out.
Right, yeah.
Because then you have true freedom over whether or not you can or can't.
Now I know, yeah.
But stem cells are like programmable molecules that are your DNA.
Well, okay.
So if you like put that into your body, like, in my opinion, you'd be forever different.
Right.
For sure.
That would sound, yeah, fair enough. Interesting.
So I don't know if they could change it, if there's like a sentience. Well, here we go. Like, is there a sentience cognitive sort of biological spot that we think that it exists in? Like a soul sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or not, which I don't know. That's a huge scientific debate that's up for debate.
Yeah.
That has been for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, can you find the soul? Can you hold it? manipulate it.
Yeah, interesting.
Like when does the person truly die? Like when their heart's gone or their heart stops?
Yeah.
But then you know that your organs shut down at different times. So like your brain will shut down after.
For sure.
You know, or if something else is causing that. But yeah, or people will say that they see the light leave their eyes sort of thing like that.
Surprising how little we actually know about death and sleep even, right? Like yeah. Okay, so
yeah, so then Carol calls them, the others, and says, "Is this true?"
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
not
right.
sure if she can trust.
And they gotta shorten that message. That outgoing message, you know,
the voice.
It's like, come on.
Yeah.
We've heard it so many times now. And you can tell Carol's really sick of it too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And they do that on that giant screen.
Yeah, they're communicating with her that way, which is great.
Yeah.
And they say they won't
you
ever
need permission to collect it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you need the stem cells? And they say yes.
Yeah.
On both points, this is true. And then she says, "You will not lay a finger on me." And they say, "Your wishes will be respected."
Yeah. Your life is your own. Your life is still your own. And like they said that in the first episode, and that did not seem like it was going to be true. But here we are, and the others have every ability, if they want to bring them all in, and they don't.
Well, the trick is whether or not, like, down the line, because they did make it clear that you will be joining us.
Yes.
So they made, my question would be,
but not in a threatening way.
Not in a.
They did it.
You're gonna love it.
It's gonna be so great. You're not gonna believe how great it is. You couldn't say no.
Yeah. So my question is, like, if time goes on and they find a way to do this that isn't invasive, did they need your permission anymore? Like, if they're not physically hurting you.
Yeah.
If it's like a spray or something they put on your face or like whatever.
And what about the other survivors? Like, I'm sure they've had the same offer, and I feel like Lakshmi is someone who might say yes.
Yes, and they said that they can't get involved with other interactions of surviving humans. So what if Kumba, they say, "Kumba, would you get the stem cells from Carol?" And if Kumba goes, "Sure," they're not going to interfere, even if Carol's screaming and saying, "No."
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, that's a good point. Interesting. Okay.
But then we move, we want to come. Kumba says that they want to come back. They need you to have a change of heart.
Oh yeah, that's
Carol.
There's a chance
they want to come back. There's a chance
reconciliation here. Yeah.
And she's like, "No, fuck them."
Yeah.
And then we go a little bit back in time. We go see the gentleman back in the storage locker.
Yes, and so this is our first rewind, except for the ice hotel.
Yeah.
But we rewind a few days.
Yeah.
And we see that the Argentinian has.
We love him too. We're like,
yeah. He's I mean,
someone else that's like, down with this.
That's just it. Yeah. He's like,
he keeps knocking the food over.
Yeah.
And then he sees that tape. Oh, so he's going through the things, and he gets to 9.999.
He apparently finishes all the frequencies,
and one of them,
but one
like
of them,
0.613 or something,
had.
It had something.
Some kind of music or something.
Yeah, not a tempo beat of something.
Yeah.
What is that?
Still not sure what that is. Yeah.
Is that hypnotism?
Oh, maybe. Whoa. Oh, is that like a way of keeping everybody? Maybe it like wears off at some point, and there has to be like humans have to keep being hit with something to. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
It's a good theory.
Yeah.
Thank
you. It just popped into my head.
Yeah.
But
so
we see him get the video.
Yeah.
With the subtitles.
Yes.
And that was the video where she's starting to discover the first tape where she's like, "Yeah, they can reverse this. They told me."
Mm-hmm.
And then we watch the video of her.
And there's a part of me that wants Carol to be like, just enjoy yourself now, right? Like you're like, there's nothing so evil that it's like you've got to rebel against this. I mean, other than I think she should keep trying to undo it if she can figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a part of me that I just wish she would be happy and like you look at Kumba, who's like living it up, having a good time. It's the wool isn't over his eyes,
no,
but he's definitely seeing the upside of all of this.
He's keeping it positive.
Whereas the Argentinian fellow is going to come and be an influence on Carol that is very much the other way, I assume. So Carol's going to get pulled back into that direction.
That was really interesting. So he goes to his house because he's starving.
Yes.
So he goes, because that storage locker must have been where he worked.
Mm-hmm.
So then he goes to his, so it must have happened when he was working, and then he locked himself in there. Then he goes to his apartment, and you see the video with his, or the picture with what I'm guessing is younger him and his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets the food.
Yeah.
And then decides to leave, gets the car started. That's a nice car.
Very nice car, yeah.
Very nice car.
We forgot Kumba's cars. His Monday to Friday Lamborghinis. That was very
good. And he was like, nice choice. She's like, yeah, you too.
Yeah, Lambo for every day of the week.
Again, the budget drop.
Yeah, exactly.
So good. But the car girl in me was like,
it's pretty amazing, man.
yeah.
I had so many good like top down.
They were so nice. Those cars were so crisp.
They were nice.
So
they were nice.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to donate, if anybody wants to sponsor us, give us some Lambos for the show.
Heck yeah.
We would love that.
Absolutely.
So
to Lambo.
So yeah, he's getting the car tuned up and fixed up. And then honestly, this is one of the first times I've ever been kind of freaked out by the others. Which is funny because I've just committed to saying they're good.
Mm-hmm.
But this moment between his mom, and him,
I love his ending remark with that.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's true. She's hiding in the dark.
Yeah, she's like coming out like
she comes out.
Yeah,
hi, son.
I did not like that.
No,
that felt very creepy.
Like it still would have been weird in general for her to just be there in the open in the light.
Yeah,
but to specifically. And it's kind of terrifying for him, too. Like, they're trying to help by lighting the alleyway for him, but you know that he doesn't like you. So you know that would bother him even more. But, yeah, to purposely choose his mother to sit in the dark and be really nice. Yeah. We're so happy that you came out. We're so happy.
Yeah. In a very...
Is there anything I can do for you? Yeah. And I love you, son. And, like, he's like, no, like my mom's a bitch. Like you can't.
And here's the thing: the others would know that they didn't have a good relationship.
Yeah.
So if the goal is to like, hey, let's bring him someone he likes, well, they failed.
Yeah.
Right. So why would they do that?
It's another weird tactic. Like, wouldn't you bring the dad in the picture? Maybe the dad passed away, or like a friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone he actually likes, because the others know. So it's a confusing choice. Either it's like a little bit of a plot hole-y thing, or there's more to it that we don't understand.
I wonder too, like if he got mad about it, like Carol does, if that would hurt them again.
Oh,
because we haven't seen him.
That's true. That's true. But I bet it would.
It probably would.
He'll probably make that discovery if he doesn't get to Carol first.
Yeah, because he hasn't really, from my understanding, like they seem to have understood that he just wants to be left alone, and they keep. But that's interesting, too. They kept bringing that one woman with that punch buggy that kept dropping off the food.
Yeah.
And, like, he didn't seem to recognize her, but we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah. I assume that's his chaperone.
Yeah.
But, we have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, so they chose his mom, and then, oh, my mom's a bitch.
Yeah.
He chose the wrong, like...
It's a great ending, and then he rolls the car to get it started, and it kicks off. It was good. Yeah, good exit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think a huge episode overall. Like, I think maybe, like, now the show starts.
Yeah.
Now it really starts. This has all sort of been lead up to, like, the new normal, and now it's either going to be a show about Carol trying to undo it, and maybe we'll find that some people can be removed from the group. Maybe we'll find that Lakshmi joins the group, or others join the others.
We haven't met so many of the other ones that don't speak English.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
Like
yeah. So
of them.
Yeah. So many characters we haven't met. Yeah.
And he was so happy to learn that there were 12 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That was news to him. That's right. So I think it's going to be a unique show. I think the next, it's going to explore some stuff we haven't really seen before, which is great. I mean, like that scene where Zosha's kind of like dying and everyone's crowded around crying. Like, I think we're going to get more of these like really unique moments that we don't see on other shows.
Yeah. And Carol says, like, is it enough for you that there's world peace?
Right.
He seems to think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's such a good show to talk about, right? It forces you to ask some interesting questions, and I can't wait to see more of it.
I think just the idea that we kind of sort of unraveled upon about like if the soul is stuck there or not. I think that's going to be...
Well, and the way it's a comparison to religion or to cults or to, just even terrorist groups, right? Like anything that revolves around like an ideological belief that is so ingrained. That's what it's a reflection of in a way. And how that can be good or bad, I think.
Well, and we see like when we do that, when you study that, I mean, it's kind of like they joke about like pyramid scheming. Like it seems wonderful. It seems like utopia. It seems fantastic. And then it takes a really dark turn when you're too far in.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, I don't know.
Well, and I thought this was going to be the dark turn. I thought human-derived protein was going to be it. But I'm kind of okay with it. Like, I kind of get it. They're not killing people. They're just using the bodies of people who have died.
Yeah, they're just preserving them for nutrients because otherwise they're all going to die.
It's still unpleasant.
Years.
Yeah, that's right. It's still very unpleasant. Well, they still are going to, it sounds like.
Yeah.
But we have lots more to learn about that, and maybe John Cena will help us.
And they promise they won't give it to the survivors.
Right, yeah. I just saw...
Unless they ask for it.
Right.
But they don't think she's going to want to do that.
No, I doubt it. I just saw, just before we were recording, I saw there's a new promo video with Carol Burnett in it.
Okay.
So again, which is interesting. There was like a promo that had everybody saying, "We're sorry, Carol," right? And I got to record one myself, and I was hoping I was going to be in this, and some people who recorded them were, but I think because I was wearing a New York Yankees cap, they didn't put me in it, or maybe I just suck. But
I think like a big brand like that.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it neutral.
I noticed that, they didn't put any. Anyway, Bryan Cranston is in it, and Aaron Paul is in it, and Carol Burnett was in that promo. And now it looks like Carol Burnett is going to do some kind of a video for Carol as well, talking about how she used to be Carol. Anyway, Carol Burnett, like still killing it. So I guess we have to see her next episode, I imagine.
Yes, yeah, and we should also talk a little bit about how you said there was the bonus episode for the official podcast,
Yeah.
Props Master.
That's right. It's a great episode. It's really worth checking out. It's cool to see the way, if you're interested in filmmaking, right? Like it's always a good exploration around like, oh, how do you become a props master? How do you become a director? How do you work with a props master if you want to be a director? And so, that's definitely worth a listen. I highly recommend that show for sure.
Yeah, and we were sharing about even visually, as we're trying to do as well, in a way that they are very specific with their colors.
So I feel like someone else was recently saying there's nothing in this show that isn't intentional. Right? Like every single element is thought through and considered, and we could talk about some of the musical choices actually this episode, when the music that was playing when Carol was kind of finding her way through the casino was kind of interesting and reflective. And it's all by design. It's all thought through. It's all, and it helps when you have the budget to be like, oh, I can have 15 different versions of this telephone or 25 different color options for this particular piece of wardrobe. It's the kind of thing, and then multiplying that, magnifying that by, 500,000 different choices that happen every episode. That's what makes, I think, a prestige show. It's that consistent ability to choose the exact right choice, whether it's music or color, composition, framing, lighting, like every element of it. And not a lot of people get to do it, right? Like this level is very cool to see and talk about. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I assume the schedule is the same. Next episode, episode 7.
Yeah.
There's only 3 episodes left.
We'll see if he gets to Carol's location.
That's right. Yes. And Carol's not there.
She's on her way, I think. Yeah, she's on her way back. And he makes that comment about how she has the cop car too.
Right. And he's driving from pretty far away. So he's going to take some time to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe we just speed through some of the days again.
Yeah. I bet he will. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. All right. Well, this was a big episode. I think the show is now solidifying, and it's going to be exciting to talk through this direction it takes.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening and for tuning in, and let us know what you think about HDP protein. If that's okay, or if it's not okay, or
it's a good discussion for sure.
If you're in the idea of our belief about that these others might be truly benevolent. Are they truly benevolent? Are they not?
Yeah.
Do you think the soul is staying there? Do you think it's stuck?
Right. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for watching, and let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah.
Giving us a follow really helps.
Yes. So follow, subscribe, pluripod.com, and we'll see you next week.